Forte's approach to a warehouse execution system is to utilize what we call our agent framework technology. Agents are very autonomous, standalone pieces of functionality. An agent, if you will, equates to a service or a function. So traditional software applications that run in the warehousing space today are more monolithic, more all-encompassing, everything in one program. Our agents are individualized. Each agent performs one feature or one functionality. Our agents then can be strung together using configuration to build a workflow or to build a processing system based on exactly what is needed for your warehouse operations. Think of a neural network or your mind. Each agent would be a neuron. So as you put your hand on something hot, a couple things happen. There's an immediate response. You get a pain sensation that tells you to remove your hand. What that does is one neuron generates or fires a message that spiders out to a number of other neurons and kind of spiders through your entire body, if you will. That's what an agent does. So when an agent receives a message from a WMS or receives a message from a scanner on a piece of conveyor, that one message hits the first agent, creates a series of messages that spider out to all the other agents, therefore creating this effect where agents suddenly come alive, react to the messaging that they're getting, process what they need to process. Maybe they generate additional messaging. Maybe they stop the propagation of those messages because they fulfilled the required need that was asked of them. And then the system kind of goes back to sleep. The agents kind of go back to a dormant state. So if you think about the way transactions happen in a warehouse, when you have 100 of those transactions happening every minute, the agents are getting those messages every 100 and again processing and spidering out and spidering back. But when you get to 1,000 of those transactions happening in a minute, those agents have to span up a little faster, but when they don't need to be working, they go back to the dormant state. Therefore, the system never really runs at a peak performance. It just grows and contracts as it needs to keep those processes happening. So when talking with our customers, a number of pain points are expressed to us as far as the software, the technology that's been deployed in their warehouse operation. For example, hardware fails. Servers stop working, hard drives crash. Traditional software is installed on one to many servers. When a server does go down, there's usually a process that needs to take place of getting another server up and running, getting that piece or getting all of that software reinstalled onto that machine so that the operation can come back up. With agents, they're deployed in such a way that if a server were to go down, all we need to do is simply change the configuration to have those agents start to run on a different machine, and we can bring the system up. For an example, if the system was running on 2 servers and server 2 crashes, we simply reconfigure on the fly to run those agents in server 1 and the system's back up and running. Another challenge that comes to mind when customers call us is just throughput. A lot of retail customers, between January and August, they run at a good speed, a good clip. You get towards Christmas, they double, triple, quadruple in throughput. The agents are very, very lightweight and run as almost an event-driven model. What that means is that those agents are running on the servers, and if there's nothing happening, or if the volume of the distribution center is low, the agents aren't taking up a lot of memory, they're not taking up a lot of processing power on those servers. As the volume increases, the agents can increase, and the agents can start to produce or perform the functionality greater and take more advantage of the systems, therefore scaling with the operation without having to be touched or having any additional servers deployed to meet the need. So if you think about where technology, where software is going today, everyone's trying to get more utilization out of the hardware investment that they have made, whether it be in the cloud or whether it be a CapEx, capital expenditure server infrastructure in your warehouse or in your office. So by having the ability to scale and take advantage of the resources that you've purchased, be able to add functionality when needed, the agent framework provides a very dynamic and a very cost-effective, low-risk way of doing that, taking advantage of that investment and adding the feature functionality in as you need it.